Yeah, welcome back to, I don't know, I'm gonna call it an edition of Watching with Styles. It's not really, but it is my review of something that I've talked about last year about how the O line was getting the lion's share of the blame. And as I've said many times, and I think I have to say, I'm learning, y'all. I have to say it every time because some people might not have watched episode 1 or 2. As I've said many times, that it was a group effort. Um, you have to help each other out. So the great thing about doing this, in which I should have done a long time ago, is that you get to watch the game with a new set, kind of different pair of eyes. And I mean, the narrative about this team as a collective for the entire year is not the narrative that should have been placed on the first 3 games. I'm gonna just say the first 3 games I've watched. I'm gonna take note of when the narrative started becoming accurate because these guys fought in these first 3 games. And I've I even had a narrative in the South Carolina game that really wasn't what now I saw yesterday about the South Carolina game. And they definitely, this is by far the best game, in my opinion, that Brock played all year. Well, I shouldn't say that because I haven't watched the game. This is the best game Brock has played in the 3 games I have looked at in 2025 with clean, new, fresh eyes. He had much more command of what they wanted to do this game, and he was more decisive than he has been. Not decisive enough for me, but definitely more decisive than he was last week. Some of that could be, did he get hurt in the Southern Miss game and that rolled over to this game? I don't know, but I'm gonna say it again because it's kind of like my opinion on Bush was a little bit, I'm gonna say, wrong. Is he the is he Andy Reid of offensive coordinators? Probably not. But is he as bad as the narrative has for some? No. As with any leader of a group of people, you need the people who are able to see your vision and execute your vision and can see what lies ahead the same as you do or similar. And I'm becoming more and more set on my, they did not see the game the same way for me that Devin Leary and Liam Cohen didn't see the game the same way. There was some disconnect. And when I say that, it could be a simple disconnect of uh, the the type of passing plays that are called, the simplicity of it, the one read aspect of it. Are you reading one guy and that one guy is dictating whom you throw it to? Um, it's a simple thing like the thing I always go into is like if you run an arrow route and I'm gonna just draw it up. I know I got like if you got a receiver here and a receiver here and there's a DB here who's a strong safety, he has curl flat, and you run arrow, curl, and you're reading this guy. If he buzzes the arrow, you throw the curl. If he buzzes the curl, you throw the flat. Like, that's a simple one read, one defender you're reading. There are other ones that you are reading. There's so many different ways I want to get into it because this is not a teaching set. This is about to see how this O-line is played. But I think there was some disconnect, and I'm not sure that Brock could process as fast and process the things that I think Bush wanted him to process on the field. Because once you're a coach, man, and the game starts, you are pretty much you're pretty much done. Coaching is done Monday through Thursday. Now your guys have to find a way to execute what they have been asked to do Monday through Thursday. And as a coach, sometimes you got to get rid of plays if they can't execute it Monday through Thursday. Just got to scrap it. I'd rather run 5 plays that my guys run well than to try to run 5 more plays that they don't run well. And I try to call those in the game, and we get a pick 6. All right, let's get into it. First pass play of the game. This is pretty darn good, y'all. Looks like I'm going to say they bring a zone pressure because they bring in 5. Great job by Demi. Great job. If you watch yesterday's episode 2, there were many instances in the game, which to me, watching this, is that they drilled this big time in practice. There were too many times where Brock in this situation dropped his eyes. And when you drop your eyes, you can't pass the ball because now you have that split second of losing what is going on down the field. That's a pretty good pocket. Good job by Demi of pushing the guy around the horn. Now he has time, y'all. This is a really good job. You got to give the guys credit when they do well. That's a really good pocket by the O-line. That's damn good. And that's a really good job by, see, now I'm going to say it wasn't a zone pressure because if there was no eyes on the quarterback. But they only brought 5. I don't know what happened in the back end, but there was a lot of backs to the quarterback if no one got to him sooner. Damn good job by the O-line in the running back. Damn good job. That's borderline elite. Let's see what happens on this one. Even here, y'all, much better job of blocking. Much better. Now that I'm watching again, I'm confused of why Barion Brown is in the backfield. I guess he's a decoy. These are the things that Brock needed to do better, even in the first 2 games, is trust it and get rid of the ball. They ran some quick hitters in games, and he didn't throw the quick hitter. I mean, sometimes you got to take what the defense is going to give you and throw the damn ball. All right. This is not going to be completely accurate, y'all, but I'm going to try. It's around here. Another quick hitter. This, to me, right, Steven, he had to. Steven said he got the message from last week to get rid of the ball quicker. I'm going to say this, and this is what was shocking to me, honestly, is that They actually threw the ball a lot to begin the game. And I didn't realize that until I watched it now. They threw the ball a hell of a lot to start this game. Um, so for me, in this situation, looking at it now, right? He is in the process of throwing the ball. I tell my DBs when the front hand comes off the ball, you break. His front hand is off the ball, which means he's gonna throw it. He has no other choice. Front hand off the ball, the receiver is not even out of his break. I don't know if you remember from yesterday, there were passes where he waited till the receiver got open instead of throwing him open or throwing where he's going to be, trusting the process and being able to anticipate. This is high. This is a high level throw. The ball is in the air, and the receiver back is to the line of scrimmage, and he has not stopped yet. That is, as a DBO, that's hard to stop. That's hard to stop, especially if you throw the ball in the right location. That's hard to stop. I want you to understand this is still the first drive. Still the first drive. How many balls have we thrown? Quite a few. O-lines gave him time. I like the way Bush has created some play action, some movement in the pocket. We're at 2.6. See, now this one is a hard one for me because I'm dictating this off of this, y'all. This is, I don't know. I say this every week. I have to. I don't know the scheme. I don't know the process. I don't know whom he's reading. I don't know what's dictating where he throws to. But here's how I start to dissect it a little bit. Is that this? I look at who the quarterback is looking at. Quarterback is looking straight down the field. So is he reading the free safety? I'm going to say he is. So now, here's what I would do right now. If he's looking down the barrel, now for me, just overarching it and guessing, for me, I would have thrown it right here. I think that's a tight end. Okay? That's where I would have thrown it looking from this view. Now, I'm not down on the field because here's the thing. I got a better angle than a quarterback has. But as a quarterback, if you have looked at any quarterback helmet cam, like usually a quarterback doesn't see where he's fucking throwing to. He just knows where the guys are and he reads the defense, especially in the NFL. All right. So that's who I'm throwing to off of this view. But at the angle he's looking at, y'all, his helmet is looking straight down the barrel, right? If I see this guy manning up and this guy back to me, why don't I throw it in that little window? Oops, right there to him. It seems like you're looking at him, right? Oops, I did the wrong thing. It looks like he's looking at him to me. Let me put these back up. I'll put that back up. I'll put the other one back up in a minute. I gotta go back because I want to make sure I get the amount of time in the pocket. He's at almost 3 seconds. No one at his feet. That's the throw. Right there. And this receiver has to learn to sit down right in the void. This is the throw, y'all. That's the throw. That's the throw. Look. The only guys in his way is the ref. Right? They might be playing some type of man under. If this guy would have sat right there, right on the numbers, that is what? That's 10 yards. That's first down. But he still had 3 seconds to throw the ball. Good escape. Man, he did a much better job of manipulating the pocket in this game. And that's not a fucking first down. And that right there, y'all, that right there changes games. Is not to say that we score, right? But if you get that first down, it allows the OC 3 more plays to get a to get comfortable with what the DC likes to call. That's 3 more plays you get that can help you later on. It also plays in field position. You saw where we started. We started on like the 1 yard line. If we get a first down, I don't know, I can't remember what happened, but you get a first down and you can punt them inside their 5. And the way the defense was playing this game, you go 3 and out, you get the ball on the 50. Your likelihood of scoring is like very, very high. It's like 80% chance that you're going to at least score 3 points. So the one play doesn't seem like a big deal, but that one play can morph into, it can change the process, the progress, whatever of the game. Because now that might be 5, 6, 7, 8 less plays that Georgia has. It also might put the OC of Georgia in a position where he can't call plays that he wants to call because he's inside the 5 yard line. Now, instead of them having 8 plays the next drive, they only have 3 because they're in the back of their end zone trying not to do something stupid to get us the ball on the 20-yard line, we can score. So now they can get conservative. They might run 1, 2, 3, might throw a screen. Now we back on the field. Their defense gets less rest. And on top of that, we at the 50-yard line. That's a fucking first down play. So for the narrative, including myself, I got to put myself in it, is that what the hell was Bush doing? But when you look at it, and you look at what, in my opinion, what the quarterback was reading and looking at, why did he throw the damn ball? Not only was that a first down, that was a chunk first down. That's like 12, 13, 14, 50 yards. Depending on, I didn't see who was open there. I don't know who it was. But what if he breaks the tackle or the free safety? There's no one else there. They had a linebacker, a nickelback, and a free safety. If he breaks a tackle, what happens? It might be a 30, 40 potential touchdown for a guy who was wide open. The O-line gave him time. Why did he throw the ball to the guy he was freaking looking at? Those are the things that I really saw later in the season. I didn't see that, y'all. In these first 3 games. I won't say I didn't see it, but it's like, ugh. There wasn't a play yet in the first quarter that Brock didn't have enough time to make a clear-cut, decisive decision to let it rip against Georgia. Again, I'm not exonerating the O-line because it's not like they were world beaters giving them 8 seconds to throw. But what I'm saying is there was more to the puzzle and more to the blame. And some of that is the receivers not getting open. Like, we got enough time and this is really piss poor on the O-line. I don't know what their concepts were because there was no communication on this stunt and how that that damn one technique got all the way back around and never got touched by the tackle. There's the communication was poor. And on top of that, you got what's that, a 3 technique? So I don't know, y'all. I'm not an O-line coach, but once he loops, once this guy loops, you know someone else is coming back. And this tackle overcommitted here, and I don't get that. But there's got to be some communication. Like, why is he worried about that 3 tech so much and not knowing that someone else is looping it? All he had to do was get to here. I don't know, y'all. But let's see what happens. He had 3 seconds to throw. Damn good ball. Shit, man. I don't know what was the difference in this game and others, but like I said, he had a command of this game. He's throwing the ball now. He could have even thrown it a little quicker, but that is a damn good. That's a high level throw. Perfect. First two. It's so confusing. So how up and down that's a dot, man. And I'm gonna give him credit when it's due. That's a fucking dot. That is what I think we all expected coming into the season. Unfortunately, he didn't see that. How I'm gonna say it. He didn't show that ability all season. Again, I think this is also a thing of the concept was simple, right? And I said this yesterday, and was it yesterday? Or was it this one? Yeah, yesterday, South Carolina. When a DB has inside leverage and you run an out route and you throw a perfect pass, it's not gonna be knocked down ever. It's impossible for me to protect my inside leverage and you run an out route and you throw it pretty damn perfect for me to defend it. It's just almost humanly impossible. This is another situation, the same one we saw in South Carolina, but he throws it this time. Inside leverage, look at the separation on the break. You throw a good ball, it's going to get completed. You can see it here. You can see it here. Right? Make it a little smaller. Inside leverage. It's tough when you break out and as a DB has to react. If you throw it on time and you throw it perfect, it's impossible to defend. What? I mean, dude, that's a dot. That's impressive. Another situation. Maybe it's another simple read. He reads. I'm just trying to go through the process. He reads cover 3. He reads this safety, and you know from film watched during the week what their favorite coverage is. It's cover 3 right here. 2nd and 10, cover 3, and you know right now, shall I go straight from reading the center to let me bang this out because in cover 3 there's no one in the flat. I know I've gone over coverages before, but in cover 3 there's no. It's a deep look. You don't have 11 guys on defense. You can't cover. There are 6 underneath zones and 3 deep zones. How we want it. In cover 3, there's 3 deep zones. There's 6 underneath zones. There's a hook, curl, and a flat on both sides of the ball. So there's 6 underneath. If you are rushing 4, that's 9. There's 9 zones, and you're rushing 4, right? So now You have 9 zones, you rush 4, now you only have 7 players. 2 zones are going to be unoccupied, and those are both flats. There's no one there. If an offense, they see you in cover 3, they want to just run hitches all day, they can do it. And there's nothing you can do about it except change the coverage. that's the only thing. I think Steve Spurrier's favorite word is there is really no perfect coverage. There is no perfect coverage, y'all, because it's impossible for you to cover every zone unless you don't rush 4. Now, if you rush 2, you can in essence cover every zone, but then the quarterback can sit back there forever and then eventually pick you apart. So in this case, I like he read safety. If you look, read safety, got to that. I think he got to this guy and said, "Oh, bang the out route." That is beautiful, y'all. That right there. This right here, the execution. I think the pace could have been a little faster, but that right there might have been his best throw in the first 3 games because of the procedures and the process he went through to get there. I think it was outstanding. And he had time in the pocket. That's beautiful, man. Now, I know what we were trying to get to. See, if he had patience and step up in the pocket. Here's the other thing for high schoolers who might be watching. It's zone, man. If he can get here and sit in that void, that's also nice. That's what I would want. You driving safety out and you trying to get an intermediate throw. If the safety would have sat and not got depth, I'm throwing this ball right here. But since the safety got depth, and if he has a little patience, he could have probably hit this. But I have no quorums with hitting that one at all. I think that's a damn good throw. See how he's starting to get there? Step up in the pocket, throw that ball right there. So now we're getting 3rd and 7. Better than 3rd and 10. Good job by. I'm looking at this right now. That's a good job out here, but that's a piss poor job here. Damn. Y'all, if we could have just handled, I don't know what happens, y'all. If we could have just handled that, let's see what happens on the throw. Oh, that is wide open. So now this is a bad job by the O-line, but I also would love for Brock to climb the pocket a little bit. You're going to eat this one, but you got to climb the pocket. This is a no-go for the O-line. This is not good. This is not good. All it is, and this is what's so bad about when we talk about the O-line. A lot of times, looking at these first 3 games, a lot of times, not all the time, because one of these times it was a unit fault early in the game. But this to me is a one player fault. He lost his one-on-one. If he doesn't lose his one-on-one, that's a first down. I think he's able to make this throw. No doubt about it. That's a first down, y'all. So that's not a good job by the O-line on that one. Damn. So, oops. I hate when I do that. Where were we? Okay, so that was that throw. Sorry, y'all. I do this on occasion. See where we at. It's not this one. That was the play before. All right. Just at one block, man. Again, that's just a nut. That's a game changer. You get that first down, you might get points. When the score was 12-13, that's potential 6 more points that we could have had potentially. Those are backbreakers, man. Again, there were plays to be had. As there were plays to be had. It was out there for us. We didn't execute. Okay, now we talking. Now we talking. We got time. Well, we get 3 men in a route. All right. So now this is y'all. This is this might be the reason why he had such a good game. He is reading one guy. We knew we had a good idea of what they were going to run. Backside man to man on that looks like Barry and Brown. What was that? Not good stuff. This was highly. This was a damn good job by everybody, from Wilcox to that Caddis to the O line to Brock to that dude. That's high level. Seemed like we got a penalty. It'll be 1st and 25. See what happens here. Clean pocket, zone pressure, clean pocket. Now, from this standpoint right here, the only guy that's open is this crosser route as I'm looking at it now. Everybody else is hemmed up. Let's see where he goes. That's where he goes. I don't see no fault with that. I don't see anybody else open at this point. And this clock is going off. I don't like this one per se because linebacker is deep enough where it's 10, 20, 25 yards where he could probably break close enough because you got to throw it over here probably. He can break and pick that off. Linebacker could jump. So I think this was the right throw. This is like I said, this is the most decisive I have seen in these first 3 games. And I don't know if they simplified things or whatever, but he was more confident in this game than not. Ooh, boy, that's an overstride there though. Sheesh. See, that's an overstride. Let's see if he throws it to the deep out. Ooh, see, nah, I'm not gonna. The overstride is for me the reason why that wasn't completed. At least he had the right read. I like the quick hitters, man. I like the quick hitters. That's pretty, man. Good clean pocket. Get the ball out of his hands. I think we learned from South Carolina. I think everybody learned. Good ball. Damn. So this one, y'all, is you give it to the defensive player. You expect either him to be out of here or bite. Since he stayed home, this play is done. So sometimes the defense does a good job, throw the ball away. That's good. That's a win for the defense. That's a great job by number 4 of not biting on play action fake and staying home. That's a naked. You expected him to bite and you can roll around him. And he just stayed home. What's the down and distance? 3rd and 7. See, I don't understand why he didn't sit there and why he kept drifting. Because the problem is when you start drifting, you start giving better angles for blitzers. Stay there. If he would have stayed there, stayed here, he could have drifted this way and maybe popped this one. It's just level of comfort, man. And this is bad. You got 2 guys, and so now this is on a lot of people because we got 2 guys in the same area. That's a no. Okay, I think I know what he thought. They did a good job of passing mesh route off. Because if you see man, this corner should not be here. He should be traveling with that. In Georgia, whatever they call, they in and out on, and that guy, he wasn't expecting him to be there. That's good defense. Oh, this is a full view. So if you think they're in too high, man under, right? That's everybody on the man with 2 high safeties. You would think when you run your routes. Oops, let me put this back up here. Reason why I'm doing this, y'all, is because I gotta notice one of my broadcasts got banned. So if you are trying to rub here, and bring him across and trying to create just confusion in here, you are trying to throw here thinking he's gone. But that's not what Georgia did. Georgia passed it off. Whew. I think I'm liking this. Dude, I don't know. I think Georgia, I'm trying to figure this out on my own or what they're doing. Because I think this guy ran the wrong coverage. I really do. Because I was thinking they passed it off, but they didn't. Because these 2 guys are traveling, and these 2 guys are traveling, and number 3 got picked, and he had Demi. Watch. This guy the linebacker has Demi. And he's trying to fight over the traffic to get there, and he got picked. And this corner, for some reason, did not follow his guy. Why didn't he follow? I don't know. We got lucky. They got lucky. Because he's the only one of the underneath defenders that did not play man. Wow. That's crazy, y'all. They backed up into that play. I'm 100% sure that he wasn't supposed to be there. Damn. Too much happy feet. Too much happy feet. Dude, he's at almost 4 seconds. He had more than enough time. Now, I don't know what's going down the field, if anybody was open, but that's a damn good job by the O line. Like moving the pocket. See, this is I don't like this. I don't like it. All right. Who's more athletic? Me or him? He is. All right. On top of that, he's out leveraging the defender. The defender is inside of him. It's a short enough throw. If you get it to him, he can turn up the field better than you, who's 6, 7 yards behind him. You're not as fast. They got a chance to get you. Let him throw the ball to him. Damn, they would have definitely got more than that. Oh shit. So this is a. I don't even have to change the clock. This is a loss, right here. Ball game. Damn. Damn. So that's another loss by the O line. That 1-on-1, he got his ass whipped. That's bad. That's off the snap bad. Brock didn't have even a second. Now he's got time. This is time upon time. Now, what down is 1st and 10? Get the ball. Get the. I don't know the outcome or what it is. It's bad. It's, I don't mind the throw, but damn, get the ball out here. Get the ball out your hand. You got almost 4 seconds. It's not perfect, y'all, but it's not bad either. And that's a blitzing linebacker. That backside guard's got to come off. But this is not bad. You had a guy open right now. Get the ball to him. It's 1st and 10. Let's get these 8 yards. At minimum 5. Get the ball to him. Now we 2nd and 10. Now I don't. I'm also I'm speaking out of both sides because I want to push the ball down the field too. But damn, he's wide open. There's times to do and there's times not. It's 1st and 10. Get us to 2nd and 3. Good job by Demi. That's y'all. That is not bad. This is right here is piss poor, but this right here is elite. Great job by the running back. Shit. Now the only thing is Brock got his head down right there. All he had to do was climb it. Just climb. He eventually got there, but when you put your head down, you lose sight of everything. Good job. Now that right there is helping these guys out. He helped them out, and then you helped them out. Why is a team game? That's great right there, man. That's good stuff. Only problem I had was he took his eyes off of downfield. That's horrible. And that is communication. Cat has got to get his head across the bow. Ooh, good. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I'm gonna take what I was about to say wrong. This guy made a damn good move. He just won. That's a spin move, and he kept his balance. Oh, that's you know what? You know what? Number 93 just a hell of a play. That's a hell of a play. But that's on the tight end, it's not on the O line. Damn, that's a damn good spin move, y'all. He would have beat most tight ends on that one. So we're at 3 seconds. He has time. Now, I don't know why Addis didn't take this. You got to take the shortest route to the quarterback, and he didn't. It's no way you taking him, even if he's chipping and going out. You're blocking the quickest threat. He should not have never looked out here. He didn't know the play concept. He looked out there. I don't know. I can't give an excuse. There's no reason why he looked out there. He should have had 6. And again, that's a tight end mistake. And a pretty damn bad one. That was horrible. Not the O line, y'all. That's a fucking tight end. And we've seen a lot of that. Quite a bit of it. Tight ends not knowing what the fuck to do. I've been saying, if you watch the locker Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or if you watch me, watch my styles, you know how I feel about the guy that was manning that position. That's shitty, man. Oh, this is that play, the same play, just from. Uh, that's a backbreaker play because was it not 3-0? It was 3-0. They get the ball there. All defense on the 30-yard line had them to a field goal. That's why it bothers me so much about this team. Y'all, if we win one of these 2 games, does Derrick Jackson not play the rest of the season? I want you to think about that. Because if we win 1 or 2 of these games, let's say we win both, we are in essence 6-6, right? Let's not talk about the South Carolina game because someone's gonna say, "Oh well, it's 31-6, man. How can you dare say?" But if you watch the game, it was 10-6 at halftime. A pick six, like there were things in that game that could have turned that game around. But so you win this game, and what are you? You 2-1 after 3 games, which is all fans and analysts would have expected because they would not have ever expected us to beat Georgia. So if you end up 2-1, doesn't matter how you get to 2-1, you got 2-1. If you end up 2-1 at this stage in the season could be different. There's there is something about feeling good about your season when you beat a damn good team. And then out on that, we beat Ole Miss. If you beat Georgia and Ole Miss, and what Ole Miss is the game after the next game, because don't we play a non-conference game next? I think, dude. If you go into the Georgia, you go into Ole Miss game and you win an Ole Miss game and you're 4-1 after Ole Miss game, the season is fucking different. It's little stuff like this. This should have never been a situation where we give up 3 points. It doesn't seem like a lot, but we fucking lost 13-12. If we protect the ball here, they don't get these 3 points. They don't get the 3 points. Oh, Steven, when 93 made that spin move, I'm like, fuck, he's a great player. But if you don't turn the ball over here, the game is different. That's a fucking tight end fucking up. Damn. Brock's got to do a better job of protecting the ball too. A nice quick hitter. Don't need to do the time clock because shit, he got the ball out of his hands right away. Quick hitters are something that is nice for a quarterback to get his confidence. It was to me, looking at it again, obviously Georgia liked to play cover 3 quite a bit. So that gave us those hitches. Y'all, this is good. It's a good job by the running back. Now, Brock could help him out by step up in the pocket a little bit more. But they do a good job here, man. There's no real leakage. Now, you know what I'm saying? And we're at 3 seconds. We just have nobody open. Nobody open. There's nobody open. At least in here, there's nobody open. He's not open. He can be potentially open. Let me see if there's a safety in the middle of the field. Yeah, that's a tough one. Because what you could do, and this is, look, man, I'm sorry. This is why the great quarterbacks are great. Is right here when he's even, you throw the ball right there. Now, this corner seemed like he's midpoint. He has a chance, but this safety's on this hash. If you throw that ball on this hash to that K, he has no chance of getting it. You throw that ball right at about the 4-yard line. You just throw it right now. That's the only thing. That's the level of anticipating and trusting that Brock just didn't have. Plus, he didn't have the reps. I think Zach would throw that ball. He'll throw that ball right somewhere in there. Can't throw it here because he's not winning. But he is basically winning. He's even with that defender, and he's a linebacker. But overall, the O-line, good job. What was that? 1st and 10. Whoa. I'm sorry, y'all. See, look, this other thing I want, if kids are watching, you also got to understand situational football. There's 25 seconds left. Are you willing to put the ball on the line? You're on your, let's see. You're on your 30, 20, you're on your 30. Okay, maybe you don't throw it up. I would have thrown it right now. I would have given him a shot. But we got the field goal, y'all. We went into damn halftime 6-3. We went into half 6-3. We went into South Carolina game down 10-6. And shit, we gave him a 4th down because on 3rd down, Demi didn't run to the right hole. Those little things, y'all, it matters. It matters. This will roll out. Not gonna. See, I am. Look, there's 2 folds to this, right? As a former quarterback, what's an easier pass to pad my damn stats? Right here. Throw it here. All right. And it looks like it's a screen anyway, because he's blocking. Because I'm expecting to go here, and he's blocking. So they're expecting the ball to be thrown here for a screen. Get the ball to him. If he throws it here and he makes one guy miss, we got blocks, y'all. Oh, I'm not saying he's gonna go far because Georgia's running, but watch this. If he throws it, you got guys blocking. And if he can get by him, look at that. Look at these guys not even in routes. They're blocking. Get the fucking ball to him. Damn. Another rollout. I like it. Moving the pocket. Good. That is, dude. That's elite. That's good. That's a good ball. Perfect timing. I will want to show you what the DB did, but we ain't got time. We looking at this O line, y'all. I probably talked about it and watch with Styles last year. So if you want to see commentary on every play, you can go to YouTube, Driving with Styles, and search in the live tab. And if you didn't know, I do full game every play. We analyze every play. That's a good job. That's not bad, y'all. Good step up in there by Wilcox. Man, Wilcox needs to make the he needs to take the next step. Because he has too much talent. He needs to take the next step. Because he doesn't mind blocking. He runs the ball well. What down is it? 1st and 10. Don't do this as a quarterback. Especially against Georgia. Just keep rolling. Why don't you just throw the ball here? He's out leveraged, y'all. He's out leveraged. He's on the linebacker. Throw the ball. Just throw the fucking ball. Damn. Throw the ball. But that'll drive a coach insane. Take the easy pass. Throw the ball. Y'all, he's got more than enough time. Why didn't he throw this ball here? To me, this is a part that's confusing because he's looking there. See, like sometimes I can say, well, why didn't you throw it over here? This is the better concept and all that stuff, right? That's mumbo jumbo sometimes. It's still believable, but right now, he sees man, he's gone. Who has here? No one. If you at the snap, right? Because this is what probably happened. They have been playing cover 3 the majority of the first half. Georgia said, okay, we're not going to play cover 3 this time. We're going to man up. He's thinking right now that I'm going to have that hitch. When they play man and that corner backs to you, there's no one in this zone back here. Because this is where the corner would be. Adjust and throw the deep out. Fuck. Damn. Okay, this is a cluster. Way to get rid of the ball. That's a win by the quarterback helping the O-line out there. The O-line sucked on that one. I didn't get the clear snap, so that wasn't good by the O-line. They lost and the quarterback helped them. Big time. So that's a few plays. And he passed the ball a lot this game, y'all. Whiff. I'm hoping he throws it here. Give him a little more time. And that's a better shot. O-line with. That's a bad job by the O-line. Damn, how we keep getting beat inside? Are we expecting inside help? Feet are horrible. Get the ball out. Get the ball out now. He's wide open. I hope that's where he throws it. 3rd and 4. No. And what is he doing? Y'all, I want you to understand this. I don't know what he's reading. Let me go back and see if I can see what he's reading. He looks out there, right? If he throws the ball now and throws a good ball, dude, Barry Brown's able to hit that sideline, right? He waits and allows the guy who failed time to get up. And now Barry, and then he throws a bad ball. Now Barry Brown has to turn inside. He would have threw him out. He's hitting, dude. It's a game of inches, man. Ugh. Wow. Who is 54, y'all? Is that Farmer? I gotta look this up, y'all. Because unless someone's lit, let Steven C. Because Steven C. is the only one commenting. Let's see who the hell was 54 from Kentucky. Is that Farmer, y'all? Can somebody help me? 54. Don't want, that's 25 roster. Because I gotta call his name out. Because that's fucking horrible. $24 Kentucky roster. They don't give me numbers. I don't know. Whoever number 54 is, that's horrible. That's horse shit. Happened too many times getting beat inside. Now that wasn't gonna go anywhere anyway. They had that sniffed out. Catch the fucking ball. Throw a better ball. Because you got time. And catch the ball. Oh, you scared of getting hit. Damn. So this is Mincy. Thank you, Steven C. Mincy sucked this game. This is what we call green dog. Or maybe not, because that's the running back there. They might have cross matched there. When he blocked and he went away, he's got no one else to cover. He coming. That's not on the O line, y'all. That's not on the O line. That's a good old green dog. But how does number 78 get open though? So he's just trying to throw it. Okay, what down? 2nd and 6. He's trying to push the ball down the field. This is when I say about IQ level of reading defenses. He's only going here. And if you know your route combination, it's a 2-man route really in a back leaking out. If they are doubling him, you come back to him. But he was throwing it deep regardless. Okay, now we finally down picked up a stunt. Good job by Cox in 73. Now we need to get open. Now we need to get open. There's no one open. There's not a damn wide receiver open at all. So just not on the O-line, y'all. This is on the damn skill position players. There's no one open. I can't throw it to anyone. Honestly. Not right now as a quarterback. I can't throw it to anyone. So that's a problem on the wide receivers. Not a damn person got open in man to man. If you one on one, someone got to win. Period. No one won on that at all. That was horrible. So that's not on the quarterback, and that's not on the O-line. That's on the wide receivers on that one. That was horseshit. No one could get open. Everybody fucking became magnets to the damn. Oh, this is the same play. All right. Okay. Fuck me. If he could have got that ball out, I think this was to ABS. He could have got that ball out. Meaning, if we could have done a better job. Oh, so we pull. And they just beat it. They crossed the bow. They crossed both the. Boy, if he could have got that ball out there. ABS is probably still running. So we pull like the action of a jet sweep. And we could not. They beat us inside. Both D linemen, linebacker, D lineman. See, linebacker wins inside here, and we went inside here. We got to understand that we got to protect this first, make them come here. Damn, that was a play there. This is a perfectly called play, just poorly executed. Is that Marcus Cut? No. Is that Coxie? I think that's Cox just got beat. And we didn't pass off this fucking stunt. Well, look, y'all. I don't know, because here's the thing, and I say this all the time, is you can blame it on coaching because now that's open. You can blame it on coaching, but you can coach these guys up well during the week. And when it comes to nut cutting time and they don't do a good job, because this makes no sense. This is an easy pass off. If he's attacking that inside shoulder, it's going to be, you got to help him, but anticipate someone coming around. Let's see what Demi did. What did Demi do in this situation? I understand. He just is 2-on-2. He's like, why the fuck I got to help? Let me get out. Bruh. Get him time. He's wide open. 3rd and 8. 3 minutes left. If he gets that ball, he's going to get to the 30. We kick a field goal and potentially win this game. That's how close it was. It's 2 plays. These last 2 plays were plays to get us in field position, and we fucking did not block well. So O-line pissed down their lead in the most important part of the game. Overall, they didn't play poorly. But these last 2 plays, they pissed down their leg with a chance to fucking win the game. You also saw some plays where the quarterback could have helped them out through. It's a team game, y'all. The O-line was not. They don't match. They didn't meet what I guess we expect them to meet since the history with John Slorman and Big Blue Wall, but they were not as bad as even the coaching staff is saying, in my opinion. Were they good? No. Were they as bad? I don't think so. I really don't. After looking at these first 3 games, quarterback's got to help them out too now. Tight ends got to help them out too. So, it's interesting, man. If you're 2-1, thinking about it now, if you're 2-1 at this point in the season, I think the season is different. I really do think we win 7 games. Definitely 6. I don't think we end up 4-8 where guys start saying why the hell? Because look, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I've been in a situation before. There's a point in the season where you're like, what? Why? Why am I busting my ass and we're 1-5? I can understand players getting in the mindset, why am I busting my ass? I can't wait till the season's over. I can see it. I understand it. It's not the way it should be, but it's human nature. We 1-6. Why as fuck? I can't wait till the season's over with. If you are 3-1, there are some bumps and bruises you play through. There are some elements that you man up with because you're like, man, we 3-4-1. When the shit starts hitting the fan, people start getting pink eye. So, all right, y'all. That's episode 3, game 3. Let's see if we do game 4 tomorrow. Y'all have a good rest of your Saturday. And